If you don't counter, you got Intrepid. Okay. Need to sharpen, but this is perfect. There's an intro for this map, but this is the only quest on it. They hate everything that is Gen 5 Monster. Demon's Peak, yeah. Yeah, I think it goes deeper than that, to be honest. Speaking of deep, that's where he's going. Haha, get it? Because it's an abyss. Not funny. Anyway, the thing is, okay, so you know the Monster Hunter stereotype of the grumpy old man Freedom Unite veteran who hates 5th gen. It's like, oh, I'm just a salty Freedom Unite veteran who hates World. It goes deeper than that. Did you know there was a community like Monster Hunter fandom divide with Try? Try did the same thing that World did, just to a lesser extent. Like, yes, World was more extreme, but the reality is, people were already upset with Monster Hunter with Try on the Wii, because that was a similar situation. Monster Hunter left, like, the PlayStation Portable, it went to Nintendo consoles, and there were some Freedom Unite veterans who claimed that Freedom Unite was the last good Monster Hunter game. And they don't even like Try or 3U or 4U or GU or any of that. And those are considered old Monster Hunter games. They only like the old Monster Hunter games, the really old ones. So there's two types of grumpy Freedom Unite old men. You have the grumpy veterans who just hate World and Rise. But then there's more extreme cases where they hate everything from Try onwards. And it's like, is Freedom Unite the only Monster Hunter game you like? And or Frontier? Now, I understand that probably doesn't apply to Mezzo Lounge. Mezzo Lounge seems to be pretty chill with 3U, 4U, and GU. Like, they don't seem to have much of a problem with those games. But I'm just saying, those extreme stereotypes do exist. There are people who don't like any game past Freedom Unite. It's like, really? Are you even a Monster Hunter fan? Do you even like Monster Hunter? Or do you just like Freedom Unite and Frontier? Like, seriously, you're gonna run out of content. Just play the new stuff. Come on. These games are amazing. Like, there's opinions, and then there's just being angry. You can have an opinion, but state it in a way that won't start fights. Like, if you really don't like modern Monster Hunter games, or anything past Freedom Unite for whatever reason, fine. You feel how you feel. That's not a crime. But don't word it in a way that makes people upset with you. Okay? Mezzo Lounge does that, and it just upsets me. Just one of the many reasons I left the server. Well, maybe not many, but several. At least several. Many implies there's like a literal massive amount. No, there's just several. It's not like I have a million things to say. Alright, let's get out of here.
This should fix it.
Can you imagine if there's like a time where, I mean, this is bound to happen eventually over the course of like, what, 20 years? Okay, you know, I should probably get to that. Let's say Monster Hunter, like, gets to Gen 10 or whatever. I don't even know if I'll be alive for that. Maybe I will, probably like an old man. We'll get to the point where games like World and Rise, and maybe even Wilds, are considered old gen. Because Monster Hunter's just been around for that long. Like, you'll have people who are divided by Monster Hunter 10 in the year 2060. And it's like, oh, remember when games were good, like World and Rise? And, like, they're considered the old games? It's gonna happen eventually, I think. Maybe, like, super far into the extreme future. But it probably will happen. It's... Just stop. Just play all the games. Just enjoy all the games. Monster Hunter's Monster Hunter, no matter what form it takes. All games are peak. All Monster Hunter games are good. Even Base Rise, and Base Rise is by far my least favorite. It's funny, Base Rise is my least favorite Monster Hunter game, and Sunbreak is my most favorite. Like, Sunbreak completely fixed the game for me. It's amazing.